season officially kicks off in a couple of days. I cannot wait for football to be back, guys. But I want to address this topic because it needs to be said, and this needs to be said for probably the last time in a while. Patrick Mahomes is the best player in all of football. He's the best quarterback in the NFL at the moment, and that should not be up for debate. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback heading into the 2020 NFL season, and he's the best overall football player in the world heading into the 2020 NFL season. I like Aaron Donald. I love Russell Wilson as a player, but they are not Patrick Mahomes. And a lot of people knock Patrick Mahomes because they say, well, you know Patrick Mahomes has a lot of great weapons at wide receiver. He's got Andy Reid as his head coach. And yes, Patrick Mahomes does have a lot of good players around him, but Patrick Mahomes is absolutely shredding the NFL at the moment, and he's doing things that we've never seen done before in the NFL. So if you have those elite weapons, and you're putting up all-time great numbers, and you're doing things that we've never seen before, that should give you some brownie points, in my opinion. It shouldn't matter about the weapons. The Chiefs average 33 points per game with Patrick Mahomes as their starting quarterback. That's the highest points per game average in NFL history for a starting quarterback as far as points per game. Patrick Mahomes became the first player ever to win a Super Bowl and an MVP before turning 25 years old. Patrick Mahomes, for his career so far, has 3 games in the playoffs where he's thrown for at least 3 touchdown passes. Ben Roethlisberger can't say that. Troy Aikman can't say that. Steve Young can't say that. And Russell Wilson can't say that. The Kansas City Chiefs last season became the first team in NFL history to overcome 3 double-digit point deficits in the playoffs. That's never been done before. Patrick Mahomes became the youngest NFL player in history to win an MVP and a Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes became the first player in NFL history since Kurt Warner to win a Super Bowl and an MVP in their first 3 seasons in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes became the second youngest player in NFL history to win a Super Bowl this past season, only trailing Ben Roethlisberger. Patrick Mahomes, in his first season as a starter, became one of only 3 quarterbacks to throw for 50 touchdown passes or more in a season. Only 2 other guys have done that, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. The only difference is Tom Brady did that at age 30 years old. Peyton Manning did that at age 37 years old. Patrick Mahomes, he's 23 years old. Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, he's 4-1. That's his record. He's thrown for 13 touchdowns to 2 interceptions and has a 106 pass rating in the playoffs, which is the highest pass rating in playoff history for a quarterback. And 2 of the 3 playoff games last year that Patrick Mahomes was involved in, he led his team in rushing yards. Not Damian Williams, not any other running back on the team. No, the quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, led the team in rushing yards. Not to mention, Travis Kelce's a 3rd-round pick. Tyreek Hill's a 5th-round pick. Mecole Hardman was a 2nd-round pick. And Sammy Watkins was labeled a bust in Buffalo before turning his career around with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm just saying, man, if you want to knock Patrick Mahomes for having a whole lot of weapons, saying that he's overrated because of that, I can't help you. I cannot help you. I hope you get help, and I hope you realize that your eyes are not fully wide open, and I hope you realize that you're just flat out wrong if you think Patrick Mahomes is a product of a system and great players around him. Patrick Mahomes is the real deal. Patrick Mahomes is the most talented thrower of the football in the NFL at the moment. He's one of the 3 most talented quarterbacks to ever play the game. Only, honestly, probably Dan Marino or Aaron Rodgers are better talents at the position than Patrick Mahomes. Maybe you want to throw in Brett Favre, but the only difference was Brett Favre wasn't as accurate as those 3 guys, and he threw a lot of interceptions, okay? Patrick Mahomes is everything you want. Patrick Mahomes is 6'3", 230 pounds. He's accurate. He makes good decisions. When you're wrong, he can make you right. He's a great athlete. He can make every single throw. He's the best pure passer in the NFL at the moment. And Patrick Mahomes, in my opinion, has a chance to become an all-time great. Patrick Mahomes is just getting started. Patrick Mahomes is by far the best player in the entire NFL. Russell Wilson is not as good as Patrick Mahomes right now. I respect what Russell Wilson has done with not great rosters at times in Seattle, but Russell Wilson had an opportunity to win 2 Super Bowls with the Legion of Boom, and he failed, okay? He threw that game losing interception on the goal line, and Russell Wilson, he didn't have the playoff run that Patrick Mahomes had when he won his first Super Bowl, okay? Aaron Rodgers was Patrick Mahomes a couple of years ago. The only difference is, while Patrick Mahomes is definitely not past Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, Rodgers has declined a little bit. Patrick Mahomes at this moment is better than Aaron Rodgers. Between a prime Aaron Rodgers and a prime Patrick Mahomes, I would still take a prime Aaron Rodgers over Patrick Mahomes, but Patrick Mahomes, he has a chance to pass Aaron Rodgers eventually if he continues to put up numbers and win Super Bowls down the road potentially, okay? But yeah, man, Lamar Jackson, he's not on Patrick Mahomes' level. He can't get it done in the playoffs. He has not won a single playoff game. If you have not won a single playoff game, you are disqualified from the best quarterback in the NFL conversation. You are disqualified from being top 3 at your position as a quarterback. So Lamar Jackson, I love you. You're a top 5 quarterback, but you're not in the top 3, and you're not quite on Patrick Mahomes' level quite yet. If Lamar Jackson goes out and wins the Super Bowl next year, we'll have a different conversation. But at the moment, it's Patrick Mahomes' league, man. He's the best player in all of football. And the scary part is that as of 2020, which is right now at the time of this recording, early September 2020, we probably have not even seen the best version of Patrick Mahomes yet. And that is scary because Patrick Mahomes is already the best player in all of football. And honestly, it's probably not even that close. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the Juiciest Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big-time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juiciest Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.